The C-SPAN networks bring you long-form public affairs programming from the nation's capital and are a public service of your television provider. C-SPAN, created by cable.
This conversation today, but I am honored to introduce to you now the one and only Cyndi Lauper.
Okay. I'm so grateful that everybody came here today to celebrate the anniversary, the 40th anniversary of the Runaway and Homeless Youth Act. I know that I'm known as an entertainer or a small gal with a big voice or a big mouth. And I decided a while back to use my big voice to be the voice for the voiceless. And certainly these kids, these LBJ, well, I've had so many times they had made me explain the abbreviations, the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender youth, which make up 40% or up to 40% of the homeless young people in this country. When the alarming thing, what got me was that, what would you say, Renee, up to 7% of the general population of youth in this country identify as gay or transgender, in layman's terms. That, to me, is alarming because that means that kids are being thrown away because of who they are. I think we need these kids. I think you never know who's going to turn out to be what. There is a bill. I can say or repeat the same stuff that Risa and Laura just told you. The one thing that our fund or organization does is try and make a network for all of the people and programs around the country to talk to each other, to find out what works, what doesn't work. It's hard to get a count on these kids because who the heck wants to say, yeah, I'm homeless and I'm gay, beat me up, you know. It's tough for the kids. It's really tough. And everybody wants to be a tough guy, but when you think about it, look at a 15-year-old. And nowadays, kids are coming out even younger because it seems from the media that, you know, it's cool to be who you are. And then they come out and their parents don't know how to deal with this. So unfortunately, sometimes it comes to them running away out of fear of rejection or violence or both. And that's kind of sad for a kid because, you know, kids don't really ask to be born, and they don't come with a, you know, money-back guarantee. You know, when you buy something, you get something. You can't go and you know, return them. There's no return policy when you become a parent, and it's tough. It's not easy to be a parent. So we also wanted to work with Renee and other organizations and outreach programs and Risa. And I also want to say that the people that are doing this work really hard, and they're like angels, okay? They go out in the field and they talk to these kids, and sometimes you get some kids to come in and sometimes you don't. These homeless kids hide, so it's hard to get a count, but we need a real count, as Risa said, and as Laura said, to help them. And that's kind of the work that we've been doing because I don't think you should throw any kid away, and they shouldn't. 1 minute, thank you. Okay, let me just cut to the chase. All right? For those of you who don't know, Senator Leahy and Senator Collins recently introduced the Runaway Homeless Youth and Trafficking Prevention Act. Okay? It improves RIA in a number of ways, including recognizing the needs of all youth, including gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender youth experiencing homelessness. Okay. It includes a provision that aims to support family reunification and intervention, which is crucial as family conflicts is the number one reason. We just said that. Most important, a non-discrimination clause to include LGBT homeless youth, not only to have access to crucial services, but also services are safe, welcoming, better tailored to meet their unique needs, which will prevent unsafe activities they need to do to survive. Right? The legislation has cleared the Senate and the Senate Judiciary, I can't even speak, committee, by a strong vote. Now it's headed for the Senate. We all need to roll our sleeves up and make this happen for the kids. It's important. And actually, it saves money. Instead of punishing them for being homeless, let's bring them back in. And let me tell you one thing, it's well worth your money. I was one of the kids that benefited from a program like this. And I think that it's important. I think that I gave back, and I always try to. And you never know who these kids are going to be. I never for one thought I'd be anything or amount to anybody. And it's ironic how I'm standing here with these people, the same kind of people that helped me re-enter and go from hostile to hostels, you know, youth hostels, to shelters, to a home of my own. So thank you very much, and please, please, let's be energized and make this thing happen, okay? Thank you so much. Wait a minute, that was silly. Let me just say something. From one, now let me introduce one of these kids. You look like beautiful kids. I do not know your name. You are the next speaker, aren't you? Come on up. Which one's speaking first? So you are introducing them. Okay. So what is your name?
Debbie Powell.
Yes, it's right here. Let me introduce Debbie Powell. Thank you.
Thank you, Cyndi. Thank you, Cyndi. I get the honor of introducing